Good afternoon and welcome to our William Adams Cat Live Festival being held at the beautiful Merlot Hills here in Clayton. My name is Ryan O'Doherty and I'm thrilled to be opening such an amazing event where we will showcase a number of our cat next-gen products from mini excavators through to graders and dozers, including a live lift assist demo just after 5 p.m. tonight. We welcome our customers from both Victoria and Tasmania and thank you for joining us. And if you're not yet a customer, welcome, and we hope to have you on board very soon after you witness this great range of products today. We also have William Adams and cat experts and legends of the industry, including our loyal customers, walking us through, in and around the latest range of next-gen products, and all while you watch it from the comfort of your own home, your office, or even over the tailgate of your ute. As viewers, you can also get involved by asking questions in our live chat function, where we have our team on standby ready to answer them for you. Now don't forget about our show-only specials on our 301.5 mini excavator and our 313 next-gen excavators. Before 5 p.m. tomorrow, the first 5 signed orders we're offering on our 301.5 next-gen mini excavators from $25,990 plus GST. That's right, $25,990 plus GST for the first 5. But we haven't forgotten about the larger range of diggers, because also before 5 p.m. tomorrow, for the first 5 orders, we're going to offer a huge $8,000 discount off our 313 next-gen excavator in your choice of 2D or 3D. So don't muck around, as we're only offering these one-off deals for the first 5 301.5s and 5 313s. So get in touch with your local rep or your local branch right now to secure one of these machines and make sure you're registered, otherwise you cannot access these great deals. Now, pleasingly, I'm very excited and very fortunate to have our host here with us today. Our host today has played 140 games of AFL football for both Collingwood and Richmond. He's kicked a whopping 527 career goals. He's a Coleman medalist. He's now a presenter on Channel 7 and Triple M, but best of all, he loves cat iron, and he's a proud owner, and he's a great customer of ours. So thanks for joining us, BT.
Good on you, Ryan. Who do you barry for, by the way?
I'm a Hawthorn man,
You're a
BT.
Hawthorn man. Well, you can wait another decade. You've had your bit of fun over the last 20 years, so congratulations to you and your mob. But what a day it's going to be here. William Adams looking absolutely magnificent here at head office in sunny Melbourne. And, of course, we know why we're here. It's the William Adams Cat Live Festival. As Ryan mentioned, today is all about showcasing the best of the best in Caterpillar's next-gen range of machinery. And being a big cat fan myself, as Ryan just mentioned, I'm pretty excited about being here and viewing some of the machinery up close. Now, you've got to register. That is the whole key. If you want to get involved with the prizes I'm about to announce, and also the 10 cats that we're giving away at that incredible price, then you need to register. www.williamadamscatlivefestival.com.au. You may have some mates who have yet to register. Now is the time to do. Get them to text, get them on board, and away we go. Now, I mentioned those prizes before. $10,000 worth, and we'll be giving away on the hour every hour. First, or one of the prizes, I won't put them in any particular order, is valued at $1,000. Have a look at this. A cat esky and the magnificent cat stools package valued at $1,000. Look at that. Absolutely magnificent. That is one of the prizes to go here tonight. I'm going to pull the lever and announce the winner to that very, very shortly. Second prize, 2 tickets to a Melbourne event of your choice, whether it be Guns N' Roses, the Melbourne Cup, the Grand Prix, the AFL. It's the event capital of the world. You can go to whatever event you want in Melbourne, valued up to $1,000. You make the choice there. It's that simple. Prize 3, thanks to our friends at Cat Rental Store, 3 days, weekend hire of the 301.5 mini excavator. What about that? Jump on board, have a bit of a tinker with it, see whether you like it or not, and bang, you're away. Next thing, you'll be owning one for sure. Prize number 4, thanks to our great friends at Total Tools in Dandenong and the Milwaukee brand, the 12-volt brushless 3-piece combo kit and the Milwaukee grease gun kit valued at $1,500. Thank you so much to those guys at Total Tools supplying the best of tools. Now, the major prize tonight is we're not going to show you. We're going to keep you in a little bit of suspense. This is unbelievable. A Matador 6-burner hooded, tided barbecue kitchen valued at $3,500. $1,000. In fact, we might show you if we've got a shot over there. It is, bang. That is the first prize tonight and be drawn later on. We've also got some terrific festival specials throughout the show, so make sure you hang around here to hear more about those. Now, to get us in the mood for what's going to be a fantastic event here at head office, here's a little clip of the next gen micro excavators.
Good day, Australia. I wish I could be with you down in the land down under, but I'm coming at you from North Carolina, USA. My name's Mark, and I'm on our mini excavator development team, and I'm here at our facility just outside of Raleigh, where we do a lot of our engineering, a lot of our design work and testing for our next gen mini excavators. I'm actually standing in front of a couple of models that we wouldn't normally show customers at an event like this. These are actually original prototype machines. So we've put a lot of hours on these machines over the last several years, but I thought it was appropriate because Australia has been a huge part of the design of these 1 to 2 ton size machines. The industry is huge down there, absolutely huge. So when we made the decision to bring everything back in-house for this machine, meaning the design, the production, all of the building, it's all done in Cat factories now. When we made the decision to bring it back in-house, naturally the first country we went to was Australia. So I want to thank everyone down there who's been a big part of testing these, giving us commercial input, customer feedback. You know, things like stick steer and things like air conditioning that work in a climate like Australia, that's due to the inspiration from customers like you. Back in November of 2018, we had the global launch for these models, and I'll never forget it. It was an amazing experience. And judging from the feedback that we've gotten from customers over the last 2 years, and judging from the record number of machines that we're shipping down there, these 1 to 2 ton next gen machines have been a home run. So we're proudly flying the Australian flag right alongside of Old Glory herself. although I wish the wind was blowing. This is a salute to everyone who's made the Next Gen machines so successful. Thank you. And if you're in the market for a mini hydraulic excavator, we would be honored if you gave our Next Gen machines a look. We will not let you down. Now I'm going to turn it over to two guys who made a huge impact to the design of these machines, who had a big part to play in it. Warren and Shannon. Guys, take it away.
Thanks, Perks. Good afternoon, everybody. My name's Shannon Sadler. I'm the Equipment Sales Manager Construction based here at William Adams in Clayton. Today it's my pleasure to take you through the current range of micro excavators currently available in our region. The exciting start for this is we're bringing it back in-house. You know, CAT built, CAT design, CAT designated factories for these machines. There's three key takeaways that I'd like everyone to take away from this session today. The first one is 15% reduction in owning and operating costs. How have we achieved this? With increased service intervals, parts commonality across the models, and a flip-top cab for easy access to save you on service time. Second point is 20% improvement in machine performance. Additional 10% horsepower on the previous model. Introduction of the electro-hydraulic valve, which gives you now the ability to modify your machine settings as well as your operator preferences through the intuitive LCD monitor, which we'll go through later. We're the only OEM that's actually offering that capability in this size class. You can adjust your machine to however you want it to operate. The third takeaway is the four industry-leading features that we've got on our micro range. Stick steer, which enables you to drive the machine like a skid steer loader or a track loader simply with your left joystick. Cruise control, so if you've got a long track into a job site, once you've got stick steer, you can also have cruise control, so it saves you hunching over those travel levers. The LCD monitor, which you can create shortcuts, you can set your operator preferences, you can set your excavator pattern or your backhoe pattern through the LCD intuitive display. And in our cab machines, a fully pressurised and sealed cab with aircon and heating. So to kick us off, I thought I'd take you through the current range of the model lineup that we've got in stock and available as of today. We start with our 301.5 machine, which is actually 1.7 tonne. The reason it's 1.7 tonne is we bring all our machines in these machine size with expandable undercarriage. That adds an additional 200 kilos of weight. So your 301.5, which is badged as a 1.5, is in fact a 1.7 tonne machine. We have our 301.6, which is a dedicated cab machine, conventional tail. We then run into our 301.7 compact radius machine, available in canopy only. We have a 301.8, which is again a conventional tail machine, available in a canopy as well as a cab option. And to finish off the current 5 models, we've got the 302, which is canopy as well as cab, which is fully air conditioned, which on a day like today, it would have been fantastic. So that's where we're at as of today. The hero machine I'm going to walk you through and take you over today is actually the 301.7, and I thought we'd just kick off with the blade. So a couple of things I wanted to just talk to you about when we start to move around this machine in regards to the blade is these fixed wings that are on the blade. So what that means is that when you're tracking around on site, you can't lose these, you know, because they're actually fixed to the machine. You can open them up when your expendable tracks are out, and of course you can bring them back in when you've got your tracks in. The other feature on the blade for here is every single model has got blade float as standard. So for easy site cleanup, gives you that capability to follow the contour of the ground and clean up and backfill, and that's across the range standard. Another function that we've got on the micro range is dig to blade. So the good thing is for site cleanup, again, your bucket can come straight into your blade, so it gives you that ease of being able to clean up your job site, which is fantastic. Onto the boom, a couple of things I wanted to point out here. Got the cylinders on top of the boom. The reason for that is less damage to your rams. Takes it back to one of the points we spoke about earlier in regards to reduced owning and operating costs. You'll notice that we've got all the hoses, we've got the Kevlar wrapping. Again, done that in regards to if hoses rub or if they get pierced. Just gives you that added protection. Again, leads back to that 15% reduction in owning and operating costs. And the other last thing I wanted to, if you could just come in on here, is that touch wood, something does happen with a hose, we actually list the part number of the replacement hose. So for ease of ordering, we've got the part number there, easy to just reorder parts if you need it. Onto the stick, you'll notice that all the sticks are thumb ready. So even though you might not buy a thumb now, you're ready to go that in future, you've got a thumb already set up. You don't have to pay additional engineering, don't need additional cost to put your thumb bracket on. It's already there ready to go. We bring in the sticks, especially in this model range, in two different configurations. Standard stick, which is this setup with second auxiliaries. So then if you wanted to run a tilt hitch, you've got the second aux. And we also bring them in long stick with single aux. If I move around to the coupler, our standard offering on this size is our mechanical coupler. But there's also a hydraulic option if required. In regards to the ability with the cat buckets, you can front shovel. So again, if you've got a tight area that you need to get into, you can reverse that bucket around and it gives you that front shovel requirement. So it gives you a nice ease and tidy up your site. And we've got a range of work tools for cat work tools. It would be hammers, augers, all available for these machines. Just going to move around to this side, guys. Just wanted to stick out the standard lighting on these machines is LED standard. You can see them on the top of the canopy there. If we just get a shot here, you'll see that on the actual boom, we put the guard over it. So again, it leads back to that reduced operating and owning costs from a maintenance perspective. From a safety perspective, it's standard, two-point lifting capabilities. So again, it makes your job site safe. So at least you can get home to your families. Just going to move around to this side. I'm going to come into door one. You can see here with steel panels. So again, good for durability, commonality across the range as well. You can see the setup here, great ventilation in through to the radiator and easy to get in there and clean off your dust and your dirt. These machines are also high ambient, which suit the Australian climate. Just move around to the back. I don't know if you can see in there. These micro machines are powered by a Cat C1.1 engine. And if we just get a shot into here, you can see how easy access it is to get into your engine oil dipstick, and you've got site reference gauges for your oil. So it just makes it nice and easy. What I want to do, guys, is just take you through to its sister machine around here, which is the cab machine. Perfect day on today at Clayton. It'd be nice to be sitting in a cab with aircon. Just wanted to point out that these machines, when we talk about serviceability, they've got a fully pressurised sealed cab. So I mean, the good thing is then with days like today, you can sit in there, you can have the aircon cruising. If it's cold, you can put your heating on. But I suppose what I wanted to show you is the underneath. From a serviceability perspective, you can really get in under that machine easy if you have to, but just have a look how clean it is. I don't know if you can see in there. Great access to your alternator, but again, because of this EH valve, it gives us the opportunity to be able to make this machine how you want it to operate. Whether you want to dial it up if you've got a really hard job to do, or if you're in a tight area and you want to slow the action of those controls down, you can do that. We can do that because of this EH valve. First OEM that can offer that in this size class. Just to sort of, when we go back to the canopy one for a moment, just wanted to talk about the battery location on these machines, and I might point out to it here actually, sorry, it might be easier. Sorry if I've lost you. Sorry about that. In the canopy machine, you'll be able to see that once this folds down, you've got easy access to the battery for jump start. So if an event you needed to do it, we've been able to do that. A couple of other standard features on these micro machines. Suspension seat, standard. Adjustable wrist pads. So you've got, I suppose, the ergonomic setup for increased productivity, standard. and fingertip controls. So you as the customer, don't need to take your hands off these joysticks. Everything is at your fingertips, including your ability to set 6 steer. The LCD monitor gives you the ability to set operator preferences as we spoke about before. Also gives you things to be able to choose, such as continuous flow for your attachments. You can swap between backhoe and excavator pattern. It's everything through here. When we look at this operation in the cab machine, it actually gives you the capability to adjust your heating, your cooling, and a few other things through there. Last thing I just wanted to show as my walk around now is, I suppose, the keyless start. These are a push to start machine, which you can see here. Still need, of course, the key to be able to access your side doors, but there's a Bluetooth fob in the key. You can also start the machine via passcode, which you can put through your monitor, which stores up to 30 machine settings. And you've also got a jog dial here for being able to run, go through your monitor rather than use your touch buttons.
So Shannon, these next gen machines coming down the line now, of course.
So these machines, BT, are actually in stock now. We've got another 3 models coming out in 2021. Your 2.7, your 3 tonne and your 3.5 tonne. And then you've got 304 and 305 in 2022.
What's been the feedback with the air-conditioned cab as against the non-cab?
Oh, look, it was new. So when we brought these out, we didn't really know, but the feedback's been fantastic. They've sold better than what we thought. A lot of people in regional Vic use it because of the heat, and the Tassie guys love it because they can use the heating. So
as I look around both these machines, if there was one thing in these machines that you could pick and go, wow, I'm so impressed that they've got that now, what would it be on this particular one?
Oh, I love stick steer.
Yep.
I think that to be able to sit back in that seat and be able to just drive and steer and not be able to hunch forward. I'm a big bloke, BT,
Yeah.
so I don't want to be hunched over levers. If I can sit back in the chair and drive with a left joystick, that's
Jump
the one
in,
for me.
give us a look. You are a big bloke. Plenty of room for a big fella.
There is plenty of room for a big fella.
So have a look at this. You're almost as big as I am, but there you go.
The suspension seat, but it's plenty of room.
Absolutely fantastic. So look forward to these next gen models coming down the line and getting out there to the people. It's going to be absolutely fantastic. They are an absolutely great machine, aren't they?
Fantastic.
Now, we have got 5 of these at that special price of $29,990.
So we have got the offer today, which is for the 301.5, which
Yep.
is the machine we've got behind us. Set up in the configuration, which is pin on bucket only. Which is usually, we advertise that for $29,990. Show special, $4,000 off. That config, $25,990 for show today.
That's for the first 5 units, of course.
Signed orders by tomorrow afternoon.
Yeah, so the $25,990 for the first 5 units. Shannon, well done, mate. Good job.
Excellent, thank you.
Taking us around those. Got plenty more coming. Stay with us. Have a look at this little video, though.
It's my pleasure to introduce you to the next generation of CAT mini hydraulic excavators. There's 5 new models in the range. A 1.5 tonne standard tail canopy model, a 1.6 tonne standard tail cab model, a 1.7 tonne compact radius canopy model, a 1.8 tonne standard tail model that is available in cab or canopy, and a 2 tonne compact radius model that is also available in a cab or canopy. All the models are very common, so they are simple to use and maintain. Micro excavators are very easy to transport and can access areas larger machines are unable to. They are able to take on the tough jobs when a machine is required. With steel tracks and rubber belts and the expandable undercarriage option available on all models, these machines are very versatile and flexible. You have asked for the biggest and most powerful machine to meet your requirements in the smallest package possible, and the next generation of mini excavators delivers. We offer the ultimate customer experience with our next generation, a sealed and pressurized cab, an air conditioning option for the first time on this size of machine, overhead front window storage, joystick or floor control options, comfortable seating with a safe fluorescent retractable seat belt, and our next generation monitor, complete with a standard security system option and a jog dial for easy ergonomic interaction with the monitor. When it comes to service and convenience, the next generation CAT mini excavators offer longer service intervals, maintenance-free batteries, easy access to daily maintenance points and checks, and the ultimate in access when it comes to the major service time in the shop with the tilled-up cab, making life easier for our customers. The next generation mini excavators deliver power and performance to get the job done quickly and efficiently with the Cat C 1.1 diesel engine, variable margin piston pumps, load sensing hydraulics, power on demand, automatic 2-speed travel, dig to blade, and as with all Cat mini excavators, you can front shovel with pin-on buckets or with couplers. Hydraulic thumbs will also be available for all models in certain regions. The next generation Cat mini hydraulic excavators will also offer a unique feature to mini excavators called stick steer. You can operate the machine as you have always done, using the pedals and levers, or you can operate in stick steer mode, which allows you to travel using the joysticks. This will increase your comfort, efficiency, and overall experience. So come and experience the next generation of Cat mini hydraulic excavators. For further details, contact your local Cat dealer.
Very good to have everyone back with us here at the headquarters at William Adams, looking through some of the next gen machinery. Got motor graders to come, dozers. Stay with us. There's something that you'll click with you for sure. That is for sure. Very exciting evening ahead. There's no doubt about that. Now we're going to cover off some of the specific models in the Cat BCP, the building product range, if you like, starting with the sensational 306 mini excavator. And who better than these two blokes here, the experts in the field, Warren from Caterpillar and Chad from William Adams. Now, stay tuned. This will take about 20 minutes and we're going to be giving away the first prize that I mentioned before, the Cat Esky and the Stools package valued at $1,000. Remember, on the hour, every hour, we'll be drawing those prizes. So Warren and Chad, welcome to you. Warren, to you first. Take us away. Tell us about this magnificent 306.
Well, thanks, Brian. And thank you, everyone, for joining us online. Great to have you here, and it gives us absolutely my pleasure to introduce the latest addition to our next-gen excavator range, the 306. But before I get started, I wanted to touch on a few things that when we design these machines, we put you first. You, the operator, you, the owner. We want you to be comfortable, and we design these machines with you in mind. So we understand that buying a machine is a big acquisition cost, but that's not the only cost. Maintenance and the things like that, they all go into owning and operating a machine. So we've designed these to reduce your owning and operating costs by giving you things like easy access to get into service these machines, large openings, so your mechanics are easily in and out to get your machine fixed, should the unexpected happen. We also put innovation at the front of our design. So we did things like stick steer, cruise control, which we'll touch on and talk to you more about. And the other thing we've looked at doing these, the other things we looked at with these machines is how do we make that comfortable for you to operate? And when we show you inside this cab, these machines are absolutely phenomenal. But that's enough from me. Chad, I want to talk over to you.
Can I just cut in for one moment? Now, Chad, I saw you earlier today assembling this machine. Now, there's one thing that I noticed straight away. Mate, you've put the bucket on back the front. What is going on there?
No, we haven't, BT. This is actually one of the many features about the Cat dual lock hydraulic hitch, is that you can actually put your bucket in front shovel mode. So basically that is rotated 180 degrees. It allows operators to dig under a pipe, you know, maybe clean up a nice straight wall. Just gives you a bit more usability out of the
A bit like
hitch.
a backhand in tennis or something,
Correct.
isn't it?
Yep.
Very
Yep.
good. That's absolutely magnificent feature.
It meets all the latest safety standards, so there's no concerns there for our customers at all. Caterpillar does have four different types of hitches now. There's a mechanical hitch, there's the hydraulic hitch that you can see right here, there's the Caterpillar tilting hitch, which will give you 90-degree tilt to your left and 90-degree to the right, and there's a new hitch that's just been released, which is the TRS-6 and TRS-8, the tilt rotator hitch, so you can tilt and rotate as well. Moving up the machine over here, we've got our certified lifting lug that's rated at 2,000 kilograms. Now, Warren, why would Cat put this lifting lug over here and not on the hitch, for example?
So you imagine this on a job site there, Chad. If you're working and you're trying to sling a load or put a hook on or something like that, normally most manufacturers have it down in the hitch area, like you say.
Yep.
That's the working end, right? So you're in mud and dirt and you've got to clean it out to get access. Having it up here clears it from all that dirt, but also stops it from being impacted and damaged.
Yep, that's another great one. Moving up and around the machine, over here we've got our stick. Now this machine is configured with a long stick configuration. William Adams do also stock a standard stick configuration, which is a little bit shorter in length. Our standard stick configuration will give customers a dedicated tilt circuit, so if you do want to run a tilting hitch or a tilt rotator, the plumbing's all there, good to go for it already. Another feature about our stick is that it's thumb ready. So over here we've got a thumb ready bracket. Now maybe Warren, you can tell customers what applications a customer might put a thumb on there and why it's good.
So if you imagine like an excavator is an extension of your hand, right? We've all got thumbs. By putting a thumb on the front of this machine, it gives you the ability to pick and place rocks. So if you're doing retaining walls, moving wood, clearing wooded areas around your property and things like this, it gives you the ability to pick up that and place it safely and out of the way for you.
That's a great thing, because this is basically a standard common feature in the US, but in Australia we're not as
No.
accustomed to it, are we?
No, we're
Not yet, BT.
Not yet.
Yeah.
We're getting there, and we're trying to educate the market. So,
Yeah.
you know, this is something very big, like you say, in the US, Australia. We're one of the few manufacturers that do come out as standard feature, and you know, it's not a case of just bolting a bracket on or welding a bracket on the side. There's things that go inside the stick to reinforce it. So anyone can just weld something on it, but it's about that long life and durability.
Yeah.
I mean, a sign of the quality here, Chad. I don't know whether we can get a camera around and have a look at the welding on this to set this bracket up here. It's absolutely magnificent, really fine, absolutely magnificent welding, as strong and as tough as you can get.
That's Cat quality for you, BT.
Yeah, that is Cat quality, you're right.
Yep. Moving up the stick, you'll see over here we've got our main auxiliaries, which is a dedicated one-way, two-way flow. This is standard on all Cat machines. You can, as I mentioned before, you can get a second auxiliary circuit for those tilt hitches as well. Moving up the boom, you'll see we've got an LED light package there as well. Warren, is there a special feature about our lights?
So yeah, one of the things, just like your cars these days, you turn your cars off when you come up your driveway at night, the lights stay on so you can safely get into your house. Same thing applies for these. We've got a courtesy light feature, so when you turn it off, and if you're walking off a building site, you don't want to trip and fall, because that's when most things happen at the end of the day. Accidents happen. We don't want that to happen. You can have these lights stay on for about 90 seconds.
Great idea.
Great idea.
Fantastic.
No more walking to your car in the dark. Moving around over here, we've got a swing boom design. I think it gives you about, I can't remember the numbers, but about 80 degrees to the left, and I think about 55 degrees to the right, somewhere around there.
Correct.
Caterpillar have also put over here, which is one of my favourite features, a hydraulic sight gauge, which is very easily visible to people around the machine, and also certainly when you're doing your daily walk-around checks. This is particularly handy because a lot of customers take work tools on and off. So, you know, when you do take an auger off, it's very common that a bit of oil will drip out from time to time. So having that there will give customers really good visibility to their oil. Down over here, we've got a dozer blade. Now, Warren, I noticed we've got a 3-piece bolt-on edge on this blade. Maybe you can elaborate why Cat have done that?
So Cat used to have a one-piece blade, but you imagine being on site when you wear the blade out and trying to have to replace it. It used to be welded, now it's a bolt-on. And the majority of the time when a blade wears, it wears on the corners, so we don't want to be replacing the whole blade. But this cutting edge of the blade. But this blade is only one of 3 blades we have available from Caterpillar. We also have an angle blade option, and we also have what we call an XTC option, which takes the front of a skid steer loader, which you'll see later on today when we talk about it, takes the front of a skid steer and places it on the front here, so you can run an MP bucket, you can run a broom, or a set of pallet forks.
So just point out the 3 different
So
blades.
about the length of my foot, you see there's one piece here, the larger middle piece, and then again the smaller outer piece.
What's the width of the blade?
1980 mil. So just under that 2 metres.
Another great feature about the blade, guys, is that it's got dozer float as standard. That's standard on all Cat machines now. So that's going to give the operator the ability to, clean up his site better, backfill a trench, that sort of stuff. So really great feature to have.
Ultimately, it turns an operator like me, like I work for Caterpillar, I'm not a real operator, but it turns me into a good operator by using that dozer float function.
You guys are wizards. You just spend all day reading through the manuals, or do you actually get in these machines and drive them? What's the go with you blokes?
We like to have a play every now and then,
Yeah,
right?
part of the job.
Very good. What else we got?
Coming around this side, the undercarriage. Caterpillar do have 3 different undercarriage options. As you can see right here, it's the rubber track undercarriage. Another option is your steel tracks. And then the third option is your steel tracks with bolt-on rubber pads.
Rough variation in price between the steel and the rubber, do you know offhand?
It's around that 4.5K, depending on steel to rubber. Then you've got an additional cost, give or take, for the rubber pads.
Just quickly, the benefit of each, rubber versus steel, what's the argument there?
So ground conditions, depends on how you're operating. So if you're operating at an quarry and you're running a rubber track, you're going to destroy your rubber track. But if you're operating on a nice smooth area...
Common sense.
Yeah.
Yep. Silly question, really.
Not really.
Wasn't
Not
it,
really.
Chad?
No. Valid question, I reckon.
Moving on, Chad.
Moving around the machine, you'll notice that Caterpillar have incorporated clean, straight panels. As Shannon touched on before, very simple design, easily replaceable.
And one of the features on these before Chad gets open is, you have a look at this panel here, it's a 306, right? We talked about reducing owning and operating costs. If you look to the left, there's a 308. This is exactly the same door panel. It's just got a different sticker on it. The parts commonality across our range of next-gen units is part of the reason why we're reducing our owning and operating costs.
Yep.
But
one panel for everything, Warren.
that's it. The other part of it is, look at the access you've got for maintaining this machine. Large, easy access, because we know as an owner-operator, your downtime and the cost of getting a machine serviced, you want someone to be in and out really quick. And we've achieved that for different ways by opening access, but also doing innovative things like the radiator in behind the air conditioning system. It's a simple screw that undoes and swings out of your way. So you can remove that debris out of the machine really quickly and easily.
Yep. Now, Warren, looking at this over here, this is the EH valve, which is electro over hydraulic. No more pilot system.
No, that's correct, Chad. So Caterpillar's made this step to go to electric over hydraulic. So what that means is you don't have hydraulic hoses running inside your cab to operate the machine, but we have electrical sensors running in there, nice and easy to get to, but it also gives you the ability to tune the machine to the style of operation that you like. So if you're an operator that wants to be really hard and aggressive on your machine, you can do that. Or if you want it to slow it down and be more comfortable when you operate, you can do that as well.
The room in there, Chad, it looks... there's so much room in there for a mechanic to be able to work, isn't there?
Correct, yep. Mechanics love these Cat machines.
Just such a clean layout as well.
Yep.
Correct.
Yep. Moving around the machine, close this door quick. You'll see that Cat's incorporate a compact radius design, so it's going to give you minimal tail swing. At the back over here, there is an option to bolt on an additional counterweight should you need to do that.
What's this counterweight weigh, by the way?
Oh, I don't know what this one weighs.
Come on, you guys know, you're the wizards of this machine.
I'm going to say about 2
to
tonne.
3 tonne?
Yeah,
Yep.
I'd say.
Righto.
Prove me
So
wrong.
we can bolt in there if we need to.
Correct,
And pick
we
up
can.
from that way.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
you can bolt on another counterweight, which I can give you the weight of. It's about 200 kilos additional weight out the back.
So normally to take this off, there'd be bolts at the top as they...
Correct.
Yep.
But because of this great service access, you don't really need to take it off
Good.
unless something goes majorly
Why
wrong.
are you ever going to need to take the counterweight off a Cat excavator?
Oh, you wouldn't.
It's not going to happen,
No, you wouldn't.
of course.
Over here, guys, this is where the engine is located. It's a Caterpillar C 2.4 turbo diesel engine. It's 100% Cat owned, designed and manufactured. And it's a Tier 4 final, no AdBlue.
Slick looking unit, isn't that? Can we get a close-up? Can you guys go right in and have a look at this?
Access is, again, second to none. You've got your hydraulic oil filter right down there. You've got your coolant over here. Dipstick right over here as well. Yeah, the rest of it's very well.
Give us the numbers on this machine again. What size is it?
It's a C2.4.
Right.
2.4 litre.
Yep.
Cat engine.
Okay.
And something just above when Chad closes the bonnet there, something you notice above is incorporated into the counterweight is a rear view camera.
Yes.
Because when you're on site, right, you've got people around you milling around. Ideally, you don't have it, but the reality is people will walk behind you. With the incorporation of the rear view camera, as well as the colour monitor display that's inside the cab, visibility around you is second to none.
Are these on all Cat machines, or is it just once you get to a certain level?
So the micros that Shannon took you through earlier on,
Yep.
not at this stage.
Yep.
But on these ones, yeah, from about 3.5 upwards,
Correct.
in a cab version, you're going to have a
So
camera
rear
available.
reversing light as well?
Yep,
Correct.
standard. Yep.
Yep. Mirror?
And just think about it, it's just like your car, right? There's so many options on these machines, you can trick them up and down as
Yeah.
much as you want.
That's right.
So we're trying to make a machine, we're trying to bring in standard consists that meet the market, but don't be frightened to ask for something because we may have it as well.
So we're looking at the base model here. There's plenty of accessories.
Correct.
Moving around the machine, guys.
What's in this door? More engine?
Oh, this is where the pump compartment is located.
It's the heart of the machine, the hydraulic
Wow.
pump.
Oh, there it is there. Look at that.
Again, serviceability is excellent.
Yep.
It's also where those rainy Melbourne days, right, when it gets
Yeah.
wet and you need to top up your window washer fluid,
Yeah.
this is where you come.
Yeah,
You don't
absolutely.
need to top it up inside the cab.
Yeah, the thing that's most appealing to me so far, as you've taken us almost in a 360 around this, is the fact that it is so easy to work on, so clean and, accessible.
Well, part of that is because it's a brand new machine, right?
Yeah, well, I mean, when I say clean, I don't mean as in dirt. I mean clean as in the layout.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really been like one of the key takeaways that we've had when we designed this machine is making sure that when you're working on these, it's easy because every hour you're down, it's an hour you're not earning money, so it's a double impact to your business, right?
Were you trying to be a bit of a smarty pants then? What? Hey? Come on, what else we got?
All right, so here's the cab. You'll notice the cab's the same cab from your 306 right through to your 310. One thing that's really, really great about the cab, if you follow me around, guys, is the size of it. Customers love the size of this cab. The floor is clean. Caterpillar have gone away from foot pedals. You've only got your travel pedals down here and a footrest either side. Above me, we've got an overhead skylight, so if you loading trucks at full height, there's no need for you to do this and twist your neck and bend your back. You can sit back comfortably and look through the skylight as well. In the front of me, we've got a split window design, so the bottom window can actually lock into the top window like that, and then you can store the whole thing over your head, just like that.
Ingenious. Look at that. That is good, isn't it?
Very, very spacious, very, very comfortable. You'll notice that around me I've got cooling vents either side of me and in the front of me, so when you've got the aircon on, BT, your whole body is going to be cool, not just the one side of you, your whole body will be. Your seat is a fully air suspended seat, there's a compressor built into it. It's fully adjustable as
I was
well.
going to say the adjustment.
Anything that you can see here is yellow is an adjusting point.
Right.
Yep.
So that's an important point there. So anything that you can see inside the cab that's yellow, or generally, it's normally an adjustment point.
Correct.
Yep.
Caterpillar have given operators a large high-vis seat belt. So again, you can clearly see if the operator's got his seat belt on from out the cab.
What's this thing here? That knob there. Get it.
Ah,
What is that?
That's for the service technicians. That's the ET port.
I knew I'd get you on one thing.
Customers wouldn't really worry about that. You'll notice that when you're sitting in the cab, the joysticks are in a very, very comfortable ergonomic position. Your armrests are easily adjustable. Okay, no more twisting wing nuts and all that sort of stuff. Push to start button just down here, which Shannon also touched on before. So no more put the key in the ignition and turn it. It's now all electronic. Just turn the knob, push the button, and off you go. Every cat machine in NextGen will come with a Bluetooth key. So if this key is within a Bluetooth range, approximately 10 to 15 meters, it will sense that you're around. It's not going to ask you for a code, but if you left the key in the car, you can start the machine with the PIN code as well. So.
And also, you know that the key is within 10 metres.
Yep.
So draw a circle around your excavator and get on your hands and knees and start looking for it. It's within 10.
Warren, how many?
Warren, come on.
How many operator codes can we put in this display?
So that's one of the great features with this moving to the next gen. You can have up to 30 different operator codes.
Yeah.
So if you've got a fleet of machines or a fleet of operators, and you've got some rather dubious operators, for lack of a better word, operators that aren't so good.
You having a go at me again?
No, I'm not saying, I'm pretty sure you'll be an okay operator. But if you've got operators you don't want to operate on the new machine, you don't give them a code, you don't give them access to it. So you can set that up. So he might have a cat key or something like that. As long as he doesn't have the transponder one, he'll never be able to start this machine
Can
and
you
operate
just
it.
give someone half power and say, you're the employer that I don't really want to run this at full power, you're just going half.
That's still under development, but we are working on that one because we've learned from our other product groups, they do have that feature.
Now, one of the main benefits of a next-gen machine is Caterpillar's advanced display, which you'll see over here. This display will, it gives you your fuel level, your coolant temperature and any warning indicators. It'll also give you your maintenance and machine monitoring information. It'll give you your performance and machine adjustments such as your implement response, which Warren touched on before, and also your joystick response. So again, you can slow that back down or you can speed it right up, depends on your preferences. In addition to that, this display will also allow operators to adjust their flow to the work tool electronically, so you can speed it up or slow it right down. Warren, where would you slow it down, for example?
Like we discussed, Chad, the thumb there, if you're running a thumb on this machine and you have it at 100% hydraulic flow, this machine's capable of giving you about 100 litres a minute.
Yep.
So you don't want that thumb going smack and crushing what you've got to pick up. If you imagine you're placing a nice bit of stone on a wall, for decorative stone, if you crush it, that's crushing your business. So dial the flow back, get it down to about 10% flow, nice even, picks it up, smoothly places it.
How good is
Things, those sort of applications.
Yep.
Same with our TRS, if you're running a tilt rotate system. You don't want that spinning around and around in circles, right? You
Yep.
want to be able to control that speed.
Yep. In addition to that, this display also has a pattern changer. No more lifting up panels or floor mats or unbolting things under the cab just to change from excavator to backhoe pattern. For those operators who do want to switch pretty easily, you can do that all through the display at a push of the button. It'll offer operators customizable operator settings as well. So basically, guys can tune this machine to how they want it to be.
Another good thing, Chad, just like your car, right, guys? We get in our car and the first thing we do is we pair up our phone. We're not allowed to drive in Victoria talking on the phone.
Yep.
Same should be for a machine, right?
Oh, absolutely.
So this monitor has Bluetooth capability, so you can program or pair your phone to this monitor and away you go. You can take your phone calls, still looking and working
Really?
away out front. Take the phone call, see the boss calling,
So the same as your car.
exactly the same as your car.
Yep. So climate controls built in. Your radio built in. You've got on the right hand side of here, you've got a jog dial and shortcut buttons. So you can either use the buttons down here or you can just use the shortcut buttons on the display.
Chad, you just touched on it then. You just said climate control, right?
Yep.
So everyone says they've got air conditioning. We do have climate control. If you want to set your temperature to 18 degrees inside that cab and shut the door and be nice and comfortable all day, you can set it to 18 degrees.
What's the difference between air conditioning and climate control?
Air conditioning just blows cold, right? Climate control, 18, 21, 26, 27.
It's just one of those things that cat do.
Correct.
Another feature about this machine is how many operators out there want to view the hours and the fuel levels. So you don't actually, as an operator, you don't have to climb up in this cab. There's a button down just below. Push that for me, BT. You'll see that with a little clock on it. That's going to turn on the display for 2 minutes and it's going to tell you how much fuel is in the machine. And BT, you can see there it says 100%,
100%, yep.
and 4.1 hours on the clock.
Right.
How good is that?
Have a look at that, guys.
You don't have to get in here, put the key in, turn it on just to view that information. You can do that all from standing down there at ground level.
See, that is good, isn't it?
So,
Very impressive.
things like auto engine idle, standard. So basically you take your hands off the joysticks, machine will come to an idle automatically. I think it's about 3 or 4 seconds after you release the joysticks. Another great feature is auto
But
engine.
if you touch any of the sticks, it comes
Oh
back
yeah,
up.
as soon as you start grabbing the joysticks again, your revs will
Straight
automatically
back up. So
straight
how
back
many
up.
seconds before it kicks in to lower the
About 3 or 4 seconds.
3 or 4 seconds?
Yeah, and that's a great fuel savings feature.
Absolutely.
So, another really cool feature that customers love is the auto engine shutdown. Now, I believe you can program that. So if the machine's left idling for I think roughly about 5 minutes or however long you program it for, the machine will turn off automatically for you, saving you on hours and fuel.
So if you've got an employee, like I'd imagine, Chad, if you were out in the job, you'd be the sort of guy that'd leave the thing running and go home.
Oh yeah, imagine getting a phone call and you think the phone call is going to take a couple of minutes, but it takes you 10 minutes, and you've put an extra 8 minutes or on the clock. It's just burning fuel and adding hours. So that feature will come in handy.
Is this your favourite job, mate, talking about Cat machines?
Love it.
Love it.
Yep,
What else?
love it.
So one of the other things that we've spoken about and you've heard Shannon talk about is stick steer. But what is actually stick steer? Stick steer, normally when you operate a machine, you're driving it forward and backwards using these levers. Now, as an operator, you can choose to use your hands, use your feet. But Caterpillar, what we've done is said, well, if you don't want to do that, you can operate it like a skid steer. But because it's an excavator, we've called it stick steer. So by pressing this yellow button on the left-hand joystick just here, you press it once, it comes up on the display saying you're going into stick steer mode. You acknowledge it on the dash as a safety, and all of a sudden you want to drive that machine, you can sit upright and you just push forward on your left hand, it goes forward. Pull backwards, it goes backwards. Left, right. That's all you're doing. No longer hunched over these controls. So this is your office. You're in this 6 to 7 hours a day. You imagine being like that 6 to 7 hours a day versus being upright and straight.
A bit like a dozer.
Yep. And because we've gone down that road, we've got another thing, and I mentioned it before, it's cruise control. It's an innovative feature, and people go, who cares about cruise control? But you imagine walking, William Adams site here, it's a long walk from the front, isn't it, Brian, all the way down the back.
I've done it a couple of times.
Yeah. So you're tracking this machine. When you're in stick steer mode, by throwing it forward and activating the thumb button underneath, you can then release the control, the machine will carry on walking for you. So you don't actually have to put any command in it, but you can still steer left and right. But as a safety, at any time if you touch that lever, it kills the cruise control for you. So it's just like your car. You push your brake to stop it from driving.
Same thing with the travel pedals. If you touch the travel pedals while in cruise control, it's going to cancel it.
What's the red lever? I don't know whether you get a shot of the red lever up the back there above your left shoulder. What's that?
This is for an emergency, BT. So if you do roll the machine or want to get out, you can just hit a glass, break the glass.
That's for those moments.
Very good. All right, that's excellent, guys. Is that just about it? You got any more info to give us, or is you just about done?
I think we're just about done.
What's your favourite part about this machine, each of you? Favourite part about this particular machine?
Well, customer feedback for me is the size of the cab is a #1 hit. You know, there's not many machines out there in this sort of size that'll offer you a very spacious, comfortable cabin. Another great feature is, as Warren just touched on, cruise control, stick steer, and the ability to actually have 100% fingertip controls and basically do every function on this machine without ever taking your hands off the joysticks is a real plus for customers.
I think that was more than one, Chad.
Oh.
Yeah. What about yours, Warren?
I reckon the performance of this machine is absolutely phenomenal. I challenge anyone to jump in this machine, dig it and operate it. I can't get over how much power you've got at the front end of that machine when you actually operate these. It is unbelievable.
Well done to you both. That was an excellent 360-degree look at this magnificent machine, the 306. What a fine piece of machinery. Well done, the two experts that know all about it. What's it like working in this jungle of yellow and black here, guys? What is this like?
It's a dream.
It's a dream.
Every boy's dream, right?
Yeah.
If you don't have Tonka toys, you end up being last.
One of the best and biggest brands in the world.
It is.
Absolutely magnificent. Thank you, guys. Well done. Excellent job. Now, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we're now going to look at some of Cat's range of smart work tools.
It's my pleasure to introduce you to the next generation Cat 306 CR mini hydraulic excavator. This new model will come in 3 formats: a 306 CR with a straight blade, a 306 CR with a power angle blade, and a 306 CR XTC extra tool carrier version. All next generation models have the same cab and common features. Our customers have asked for greater levels of performance, serviceability, experience, and we have delivered on all. We offer the ultimate customer experience with our next generation mini excavators. Sealed and pressurized cab, overhead front window storage, comfortable seating with a safe fluorescent retractable seatbelt. Our next generation LCD color monitor, complete with an optional security system and a jog dial on cab units, is for easy ergonomic interaction with the monitor. And if you don't want a cab, the 306 is also available as a canopy. When it comes to service and convenience, the next generation 306 Cat Mini Excavator offers longer service intervals, maintenance-free batteries, access to daily maintenance points and checks, and easy to repair or replace panels. The next generation of 306 mini excavators deliver power and performance to get the job done quickly and efficiently with a Cat C 2.4 turbo diesel engine, variable margin piston pump, load sensing hydraulics, power on demand, automatic 2-speed travel. And as with all Cat mini excavators, you can front shovel with pin-on buckets or with couplers. Hydraulic thumbs will also be available in certain regions. The 306 models will also offer stick steer. This new feature, found in all next generation mini excavators, gives you the option to operate the machine as you've always done, using the pedals and levers, or operate in stick steer mode, which allows you to travel using the joysticks. With stick steer also comes cruise control, a function that makes traveling long distances easier and allows for a creep control function when operating mowers or mulchers. This will increase your comfort, efficiency and overall experience. So come and experience the 306 CR, the newest addition to the next generation of Cat mini hydraulic excavators. For further details, contact your local Cat dealer.
Great segment there. Really good look at the 306. Well done to those guys. Thank you very much for that. Plenty more to come with us. Heading Dozda Motor Graders shortly as well, so stay tuned for that. Just a reminder on those deals that we have got going exclusively for this event. The 301 Next Gen Mini Excavator, $29,990. Now, 5 units only to be sold at that price. We've already sold one of those. And as far as the 313 goes, the Next Gen Excavator, choice of the 2D or 3D, we've sold 2 of those now at that price as well. They are only for this evening, so you've got to jump aboard and get involved in those. All right, now for those that are watching and haven't yet registered, we're giving away some prizes, up to $10,000 worth of prizes tonight. You've got to have registered though to be in the running to win these particular items, and the way you do that is go to www.williamadamscatlivefestival.com.au. All right, the prizes, let's have a look at those. These are the prizes we're going to give away. The 4 Cat stools there, absolutely magnificent. The esky as well, giant esky, that is an absolute ripper, and we're giving those away right now. So remember, you've got to register, as I just pointed out there before. Let's see, it's just a simple matter of me just pulling this lever, and we're going to have some activity on screen, and the winner will be announced. All right, we're ready to go. Here we go with the first of our prizes, the 83-litre Cat esky and the stools package as well, valued at $1,000. Here we go. So Darren Birch, the winner. Congratulations, Darren. You are the lucky winner. There you go. You have won the first of the prizes, the 4 Cat stools, and of course the esky. Let's check these out. Look at that. Absolutely magnificent. Good stuff. And a bit of a look. Let's have a quick look in the esky if we possibly can, if we take the rubbers off the front. And that, it's full. It is ready to go. I think we might enjoy those a little bit later on. Magnificent day here in Melbourne today for all those down in Tassie watching as well. Well, there's plenty more. Make sure you stay with us. Remember, we're drawing the prizes on the hour, every hour. So make sure you stay with us for that. Plenty more to come.
Thanks, BT. My name's Martin Shacklock. I'm a Territory Manager for Caterpillar Financial, looking after the William Adams and customers in Victoria for Caterpillar Finance. Caterpillar Finance has been operating in Australia for over 30 years now, supporting our customers into financing Caterpillar equipment, and also once they're on our books in our portfolio, we also help them through times of need. Last 2 recent examples would be the bushfires from 12 months ago, where we wrote to all our customers offering assistance if needed, and of course in the last 9-10 months with COVID-19, whereby we have assisted nearly 40% of our customers for payment relief, and also some customers a second time to help them get through this testing time. Now things are starting to open up. We're ready to help our customers be profitable and also help them into new Caterpillar Next Gen machines. So we're willing to help new customers that are William Adams customers and Caterpillar customers, and also of course our existing customer base, ready to help them into upgrade into Cat Next Gen machines. The Caterpillar Next Gen machines, when we finance them, we can also include attachments, which some may include some non-Caterpillar equipment, but we can still package it all in to your Next Gen machine purchase. Our finance products include chattel mortgage, which would be 95% of the finance contracts we write, but we also do finance lease and operating lease if that's something that can fit into the customer's needs. And we can also set up flexible payment streams and structures with regards to maybe skip payments throughout the year, depending on your cash flow. Anything that we can do to help the customer into the Next Gen Caterpillar machines. I'm based here at Clayton, so if you're around and I'm around, it would be terrific to be able to see you soon. So anyway, back to you guys at Merlot Hills.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. We're now going to look at some of the Cat's range of smart work tools. Now, who better to talk about them than our work tool specialist, of course, Rowan from Caterpillar, who's sitting in the unit behind me, and of course Andrew from William Adams. Over to you, boys. What are you going to tell us about this?
Well, thanks, Brian. I'm seated here in a Cat 246 D3 skid steer loader. This is just one in a comprehensive range of radial and vertical lift Cat skid steers and compact track loaders. Now, hanging out the front here, we've got, I'm excited to introduce our brand new range of smart attachments. So this is the GB124 grader blade. So smart attachment, you've got a couple of ways of operating this grader blade. 2.4 metres in width, but with the optional wing extensions, it goes out to 3 metres in width. The operator has the option of operating it either in a manual mode, where he can manually raise and lower the left and right cylinders, or he can put it into a grade assist mode. In that grade assist mode, you're going to get nice, smooth, fast grading. So hooked up with our hydraulic coupler here, nice and easy to engage and disengage any of your attachments from the comfort of your sealed and pressurised cab. You'll notice that this seat is an air ride seat, nice and easy to adjust. You'll notice that the arm bars can slide forward and back with the operator. The joysticks are electric over hydraulic controls, so nice and easy to be able to configure these controls to suit the operator's preference. Now, in the instance of this particular attachment, fairly big and heavy, I can set the controls to fine. So when it's fine in that slow mode, you've got nice controllability of that attachment. Now, if I changed it over to a bucket mode, I can change the responsiveness of this implement to fast. And by doing that, it means you've got much more aggressive raise, lower, dump and crowd, which is what you want if you've got a bucket on the front there. Now, a few of the features that we've got as standard built into these machines is creep control. So with the press of a button here on my left joystick, you activate the creep control. It's like cruise control on a car. So you can set that maximum travel speed. That's ideal for attachments such as a coal planer, for example, when you're milling a road and you want to be able to set and maintain that maximum travel speed. We've also got continuous flow that's infinitely variable. So you can set that speed at whatever you want the auxiliary hydraulics. So if you're running a broom, for example, you might only want to run it at 50% speed to save those bristles. So you can do that from the comfort of your cab. A couple of other features we've got up the top here, there's a dual self-level. So with the dual self-level, when that's engaged, what that does is it maintains the angle of that implement in both the raise position and also in the lowering function. So you can imagine if you've got a vertical lift skid steer, a set of pallet forks, and the dual self-level, you've got a forklift effectively. And then the last thing I was going to point out is our hand and foot throttle. So as standard on these machines, you've got intelligent throttle smoothing, which ensures when you're traveling over that job site, you've got a nice, smooth, steady ride. You've also got the ability to turn that pedal from an accelerator into a decelerator. So by turning that into a decelerator, remember I mentioned that we've got a track version of this machine, got the dozer blade out the front there, the smart dozer blade, plus a decelerator pedal. What you've got is effectively a mini dozer. So, look, there's a whole heap of other features that I can talk about with this machine. I mentioned about the sealed and pressurized cab, which is fantastic. You've got your heating, your cooling, you've got your able to set the temperature. It's all done through the advanced display up here. You can set I talked about the implement control and the speed and the responsiveness. You can do likewise with your left lever, which is your travel lever. So you can adjust how aggressive you want that travel to be, whether you want immediate responsiveness or you want to just slow it down, especially if you've got a nice big heavy work tool at the front there, you can adjust that. Some of the other things we've got, we talked about visibility from the up here in the seat. You've got great visibility out the front. You can see to the cutting edge of your bucket. You can see easily to the corners of your bucket as well. We've got nice slender loader arm design here, so it's nice and easy in a carry position. I've got great visibilities to either the wheels or the tracks, which is fantastic. I've got a nice big convex mirror at the top here. What I've also got is I've got an integrated backup camera as standard on these machines. So as soon as you go to a reverse signal at all with this left joystick, a backup camera appears. It's also got the lines on that camera as well, similar to what you get in your car. So really nice, intuitive, easy. You don't have to worry about turning that camera on. It automatically engages as soon as you go into reverse. How does it do it? We've got travel sensors, speed sensors in our drive motors. So those sensors identify when the wheels are traveling in reverse, and that's what then activates that backup camera. We can also change a whole heap of features on the machine, talking about the speed sensitive ride control, which is a great feature, especially if you've got a heavy attachment out the front here. You want to be absorbing that load as you're traveling over the job site. So you can activate ride control, which is a switch up here, and then in the advanced display, you can in fact adjust the speed with which you want that ride control to activate. So the operator can set that activation speed. You've got all your diagnostics, your health, your service. You can change the font of the screen there if you're working at night, so you can have it backlit. You can change the color setup. You can change your language if you want to. You can change your units from metric to imperial. So all sorts of functionality. There's a job clock up there as well, so you can work out how many hours you're doing it. Now, one thing I didn't mention with these attachments, once you plug it in, there's actually a job clock for the attachment now with these smart attachments. So you can work out how many hours you're putting on this, not just the machine, but also the attachment, because that's logged here in this advanced display. So a whole heap of functionality that we've got there. We talked about the ability to look out, be able to see out the sides there. We've got windows here that can be removed, so they're easily removable. Forward opening windows, and we've also got the rearward opening windows, which is great if you're communicating to people on the job site. This particular machine is got a polycarb door, but we have the option of having a glass door as well on the machine. Now, we talked about the attachments that we've got available. We've got a broad range of Caterpillar attachments available, and they're all optimized to work perfectly with the Caterpillar machine. And that's what really gets the machine singing, is when you've got the Cat designed attachment and the Cat designed machine working together. And that's when you really get the benefit of some of those features, such as your ride control, such as your creeper control, such as your automatic throttle smoothing. So a whole heap of engineering work is being done to make sure that the machine and the attachment work in perfect harmony. As far as safety features that are built into these machines, and there's a lot of safety features that are built in as standard, we've got things like operator presence switches on these machines. So there's a sensor underneath this seat that works out whether you're seated in the machine or not. If you're not seated, the hydraulics cut out. You've got an armbar sensor, which is this little blue button there. So that identifies whether the arm bars are down as well. And when you start the machine up, the park brake automatically engages. So it's a spring-applied, hydraulically released park brake. So from a safety perspective, when you start the machine up, you know it's not going to be taking off on you. The park brake's automatically engaged always, and you need to manually disengage it with the switch there before the machine becomes live. You have the ability to also cut out the travel motion, so you can cut out by pressing the park brake a second time. You can cut your travel but still have implement hydraulics, so you're able to raise, lower, dump and crowd. Conversely, you can use your hydraulic lockout, implement lockout up here, and you can have travel but you're not getting any movement of your loader arms and your tilt function. We've got accumulators that are built into these machines as standard. Every single Caterpillar skid steer and compact track loader that's ever been manufactured has got an accumulator that makes sure that you absorb all the hydraulic spikes in the system. It's also great as a safety system to ensure that you're able to relieve the pressure from your lift cylinders, from your tilt cylinders, and also from your auxiliary hydraulics out the front there. It just makes it a lot easier when engaging and disengaging hydromechanical work tools, especially on a beautiful hot day such as today. So with that, I mentioned about those smart attachments. I'm now going to pass it over to Dante, who's going to go into a bit more detail about the smart attachments and what we've got in our complete range. Over to you, Dante.
What I'd like to tell you a little bit about today are our smart attachments that are available for the D3 skid steer loaders and compact track loaders. As you know, we have a new skid steer backhoe, we have a smart dozer blade, and we also have a smart grader blade, and we're going to tell you a little bit about each one of those. What makes an attachment smart? We would say what makes an attachment smart is attachment recognition. When the machine and the attachment connect together, they talk to each other, and the machine knows that a smart attachment is connected and it's going to behave differently. Second are displays that are unlocked in the upper right-hand screen that give you additional functionality. And then third is attachment control mode. And attachment control mode changes the traditional way that your left and right-hand joystick operates depending on the attachment in order to give you better functionality and really intuitive controls. So let's bring out our player number one. We'll bring out our skid steer backhoe, operated by Jeremy Kushner, one of our engineers and our lead developer for the smart attachments. So as you'll see, the door is on the cab, so sealed and pressurized cab, you still have that. As you can see inside the cab, Jeremy is using the left and right hand joystick to control the boom, bucket, stick, and swing for this attachment. The modulation is fantastic. It also has standard auxiliary hydraulics to run attachments like augers or hammers or vibratory compactors. It has side shift capability as well as stabilizers that are hydraulic, electro-hydraulic, that allow you to have a good stable platform as you operate. I prefer an excavator pattern, but if you are a backhoe operator and having those controls, there's an easy way to set that in the display of the cab, and away you go, and it's very intuitive. Think about versatility. You can drop and remove the skid steer backhoe, the BH130, and you can move it to other machines, or you can pick up a bucket, you can pick up a power box rake, you can pick up a coal planer. The opportunities are endless in terms of what you can do with the versatility of a skid steer loader, compact track loader, as well as the intuitive controls for these smart attachments. So let's move to our next contender. Our next player is the smart dozer blade. Smart dozer blade, again, what makes an attachment smart? It's attachment recognition. When you connect this smart dozer blade to a CTL, it is going to know what it is, and it's going to change its behavior accordingly. Unlocking additional displays, item number 2. The dozer blade also requires an inertial measurement unit. So think of a bubble level in your display, and that bubble level is going to show you where the machine is forward and backwards, left and right. So as you're looking to achieve a grade, the bubble level, or the IMU, that's a kit that you need to install on the machine, it's going to tell you where you are. So unlocking the additional displays gives you both the machine position, and there's also a sensor on the dozer blade that tells you to help you achieve the grade that you're looking for. Another feature that we haven't talked about a lot, we're going to make a lot of hay with this, is assist. And what assist allows you to do is to make a flatter pass in fewer passes. So think about assist on small tractors. It is a very similar system. As you may know, one of the hardest attachments to operate on a CTL or a skid steer loader is the dozer blade, because you often get the washboard effect. So as you're moving, the blade goes up, it goes down, it goes up, it goes down, and you leave this wavy pattern on the surface when you finish. What our engineers have done is to include assist into this dozer blade, that as you're pushing material with the blade, it is going to reduce and to eliminate that waviness to allow you to get to a more productive solution faster. Not only do we have assist in the forward and backwards main fall direction, we also have assist in the slope direction. So as you're trying to make a slope or an angle on a plane, this is going to be a great attachment. I believe it is the best pushing attachment for compact track loaders in the industry. And that's because of the smart technology and the intuitive controls that exist, that when you move your joystick backwards and forwards on the dozer blade, you get two control modes. You get a tilt control mode for operators who prefer more of a very small movement, that as you pull your joystick back and forth, you're going to see a little bit of tilt on your blade. If you go into lift mode, when you pull your joystick backwards and forwards, your lift arm is going to raise, but your blade is going to be at the same level position. So depending on your preference as an operator, we've got lift mode and tilt mode. Left and right gives you your angle. So there are a lot of features there. But I also want to tell you what are some of the additional features that come standard as part of the dozer blade. Assist is standard. You can also set a memory position with your blade. So if you want to create a trench and you want to start at a ditch at 5 degrees or 10 degrees, you can set that as your memory position. Then you can return to that memory position. You can also mirror that memory position. And then if you just want to go back to a flat level blade, you can hit return to 0, and the machine remembers what you want to do. And those are all things that lead to better productivity, better utilization, and better versatility. So we look forward to you learning more about the smart attachments that we have for the skid steer backhoe and the smart dozer blade. Now, to finish up, I want to show you a little bit about the latest entry. We're completing our first pass at our smart attachments, which is the grader blade. So Theron Peterson, our product application specialist, our commercial lead for the grader blade, is going to bring that machine in. And again, it operates with the right hand joystick. It controls your blade. So Theron's going to walk you through. He's going to show you. Maintain the eye on his right hand. As he moves that joystick backwards and forwards, he's controlling the blade. He's controlling the tilt. He's controlling the angle. We also have wings that are a kit that you can install. All of these features come as standard. Adding the kit, that's optional. The 3 things that make an attachment smart: attachment recognition, unlocking displays. The display also shows you the angle of what the grader blade is at. You can also install the bubble level, the IMU that you would use on a dozer blade. You can also incorporate that to a machine that has a grader blade as well. All those things come to make it industry standard, industry leading solution. So let me tell you about some of the other technology features that come standard with this grader blade. It comes with assist. Anytime that you're at an angle, assist is helping you to maintain the desired angle that you set. There's also, you can set your memory function. You can return to that memory position. You can mirror that memory position. And there's also return to 0 as well. One of the feedback items that we've heard, we had a very successful launch with our box blade several years ago, and there was a request from the dealers and customers for independent cylinder or independent side operation, and we've offered that to you. We have cross slope assist, we have cross slope assist left and right. So if you want to really just focus on one side of the grater blade in order to control that side, assist is going to help you maintain that other side. If you want to operate the left, assist is going to help you with the right. All of those things allow you to be more productive with the intuitive operation of the right-hand joystick. One more thing I'd like to show you before we finish up here, take questions, is technology capability. As you'll see on this machine, it's equipped with GPS, and all of the technologies that are available, whether it's laser, whether it's Earthworks Go, whether it's GPS or total station or sonic, this grater blade is grade control ready. There are many features on this grater blade that are standard that will lower the cost to the customer in order to enable the machine and the attachment to be grade control ready. So those are some things that are just included in the price because we want to be easy to do business with, and we appreciate your feedback to allow us to do that, and we look forward to your success with these smart attachments.
Thank you, Dante. That was an excellent outline of CAT's new Smart Work Tool range. There is no doubt these Smart Work Tools represent a big step forward in machine and work tool integration, and we're seeing a lot of interest from you guys about these, particularly the Smart Grater Blades. I'd like to take a moment to go over one of the features that Dante touched on, but probably needs a little bit more explanation for you to understand the full value. That's the optional wing kit for the Smart Grater Blade. The optional wing kit allows you to use adds a lot of function to your blade and allows you to use it a lot more effectively. When you have the wing kit installed, which I don't have on this one, you'll be able to move the wings forward, perpendicular to the front of the blade. When the wings are in this position, you'll be able to cut a V-ditch using the corner of the blade really effectively, and you'll also be able to carry a lot more material in front of the blade, which helps with filling and moving material around. When you're doing normal grading, move the wings to be parallel to the blade. This will increase the blade width by 300 millimeters either side, a total of 600 millimeters. That'll give you a 3 meter blade on the 124 and a 2.6 meter blade on the 120. The good thing about these wings as well is they're independently operated. So if you come to an obstacle, you can simply move that wing out of the way. Now that doesn't sound like much, but if you've positioned yourself up against a structure and you're coming across a lot of obstacles like a downpipe or posts, you can simply move that wing out of the way rather than repositioning the whole machine and blade. That's going to save you a lot of time and you're going to get a lot better finish with it. Where am I up to? I'm not 100% sure. So how can you get these work tools? Well, all these Smart Work Tools are available for order in Australia. And we do have the Smart Backhoe and the Smart Dozer Blade in stock at our Melbourne Distribution Centre. However, as I said, the Smart Grater Blade we're seeing a lot of interest on. So currently there's a 2 to 3 month lead time on these. But we're still taking orders for these, so get in quickly. We've put some extra on order, so we should see availability improve as we move into next year. The other thing to remember about these Smart Work Tools is they're designed to utilise the functionality of the D3 series machines, which means if you have an older D series, they won't work. But we do have a backhoe attachment, a box blade, and a 6-way dozer that will work. And the good news is we've seen such high levels of interest in these grater blades that Caterpillar is working on a retrofit kit, which will mean you will be able to use these on your older series machines. If you're interested in these work tools or have any other questions about any of the work tools Caterpillar offer, get on the chat now or give your local rep a call. For more information on these features I've just mentioned, have a look at this video.
The Smart Grader attachment with assist from Caterpillar delivers a new, exciting way to grade with a Cat skid steer or compact track loader. Save time and material by quickly and efficiently cutting, carrying, and finishing your grading work. Not only does the grader provide better slope control because of its highly adjustable blade positioning, it's also easy to use because it's smart. But what makes the grader attachment smart? Plug-and-play attachment recognition. Special display screens deliver additional information and control for the connected smart attachment. And there are tailored machine controls for the connected smart attachment. The right-hand joystick converts to more intuitive grader blade controls, such as blade raise and lower and blade tilt. But what about the assist feature of the smart grader? What makes it so valuable? When grading a specific slope, say 2% as an example, move the blade to the desired slope or angle. As the machine begins to travel in the cut, the assist feature automatically corrects the blade position to maintain the desired slope without the operator making any manual adjustments to the blade angle. It even maintains the desired angle when the blade is rotated to windrow the material. The CAT Smart Grader with Assist also allows you to easily add CAT 2D or 3D external reference systems for even greater grading accuracy. CAT Smart Grader with Assist. Just one more way CAT attachments, compact track loaders, and skid steer loaders are using technology to help you work easier and faster. Contact your local CAT dealer to try one today.
Welcome to Cat Rental, and thanks for taking the time to join us today. I'm Mark Rochford, the manager of the Cat Rental store with William Adams. We have locations and teams ready to assist to get the work done across Victoria and Tasmania. Today I wanted to quickly share with you some of the great CAT machines we have for rent and the edge they are providing customers on site. From a 301.5 mini excavator on a trailer to a 49-tonne next-gen excavator, D6 next-gen dozers to articulated ejector or dump trucks, rollers and the latest in graders. We have the machines to help you win the next project or just to rent for a week or a day. Our new fleet of Cat Rental excavators offers you an unmatched level of efficiency, safety and technology. At Cat Rental we have 20-tonne to 49-tonne next-gen excavators, and we'll soon see into our fleet 15-tonne and 25 next-gen excavators. These excavators are jam-packed with features that save you money, increase site safety and make you more efficient. As you will see in today's demonstrations, they're a step ahead of the market, as they include features like CAT grade control with 3D GPS to improve versatility on complex sites, E-Fence safety tool, which automatically constrains machine motion within predetermined boundaries, CAT payload, which brings real-time weighing to the cab, CAT lift assist to help you stay firmly grounded when picking up heavy materials, fuel efficiency improvements that leave more money in your pocket. A new customer to experience the next-gen machines, the excavators, told us we used Cat Rental recently for the first time and were greatly impressed by the service provided by the team. We rented a couple of 330 next-gen excavators with 3D, a 140 grader with UTS, a D6 next-gen dozer with 3D, whilst working on a 24/7 rail occupation project. The Cat Rental store and machines features enabled us to complete the project on time. But what stood out was the productivity and the safety to this customer of the machines in comparison to other brands. We also impressed the principal contractor, ensuring us a future pipeline of work. Another major civil infrastructure customer said, the solutions provided by the Cat Rental store, the technology coming standard in the next-gen excavators has been an absolute game changer for us. Always remember, when partnering with the William Adams Cat Rental store, we get more than just access to the world-class equipment. You get peace of mind with 24-hour support. So for your daily, long-term projects, please give us a call to see if we can assist. Again, thanks for taking the time to join us today. Back to you guys at Merlot Hills. Cheers.